All right, guys. Hello, and thank you for joining us in this Business Builders webinar. So what we want to do with this webinar tonight is we really want to talk to you guys who are brand new to looking at building a doTERRA business. Maybe you're just thinking about it. Maybe you're just, putting your feelers out there and just thinking, oh, maybe it's for me, I'm not sure. So this is the webinar for you. What we're going to do is we're going to discuss what you need to run a doTERRA business, how much income that you can earn, what it's going to cost you, how much time it's going to take you, and basically go through the ins and outs of running a doTERRA business. So does that sound okay? Yep, cool. All right, so what we've got here is our amazing platinum leader, Jess White. Now, she's going to have a chat to you guys first up because I thought it'd be pretty cool to bring in someone else and get their side of the story as well. I guess for those people that don't know who I am, for the first time, my name is Joanne. I make up one half of Additive-Free Lifestyle. I run Additive-Free Lifestyle with my sister Tracy. And at the moment, we're Blue Diamond doTERRA leaders. So that doesn't need to mean anything to you guys. It's just a title. But we've been doing doTERRA now for a good couple of years. We've definitely learned a lot along the way, and we wouldn't change it for the world. Running Additive-Free Lifestyle, I really believe that you can't really 100% live additive-free unless you have beautiful, pure essential oils. So they really go hand in hand, and I absolutely love sharing this message with as many people as we can. So I feel really excited that you guys are here and that you want to share this message with people that you know, because now we get to impact more and more lives and help more and more lives through these beautiful essential oils. So Jess is, as I said, our platinum leader. Jess White, she undertook Diamond Club last year, which is a club that you are lucky enough to be able to participate in when you get up to certain ranks. And she was the grand prize winner as well. So we were very, very excited for Jess about that. So I thought it'd be cool to get her in, ask her a few questions, and then get her side of it. So thanks for joining us, Jess.
Hello. So I hope I can cover everything because there's a lot to cover in 7 minutes. So I'm looking at time.
I said to Jess before we started, I messaged, I'm like, look, let's try and keep this to between 7 to 10 minutes because Jess and I can talk for hours. So it's going to be pretty difficult to do that. But what got you into doTERRA? Not the business side of it, but just into doTERRA.
So I was like the very worst client. I was all in and I was going to enroll and then I didn't, and then I would go off the boil and then I'd be all in and then I'd go off the boil, and it was just so overwhelming. And I think a lot of people, once they start dealing with new customers, realise that it is overwhelming for them, and if we always keep that in mind, then that makes it easier for everyone. But I got into it literally for cooking and then cleaning, and I had oils for a fair while before I even twigged that there were healthcare benefits, and now I'm all about the healthcare benefits. So I love the cooking and cleaning, don't get me wrong, they make my life easier and I don't have to think about chemicals and things like that. But for me, the highlight for me is definitely with the healthcare benefits, and that's what I love teaching people about. And obviously cooking, cleaning, basic stuff like that is a really good entry point for people, especially if they're really super skeptical like I was. So if someone had come to me and said that this little bottle of hippie smelly stuff would help your daughter's asthma, I would have just laughed them away and never would have parted with my money. But the fact that it could help me get rid of lots of chemicals for my baby that was crawling around the floor, or just things like that, it really twigged my attention. So and get rid of the spray and wipe, and that's sort of where I landed. My chocolate raw cooking, and then the spray and wipe and getting rid of the domestos, and I was happy in the circus just using them for that. And really had my blinkers on when it came to the healthcare benefits. But then when I had my magical moments, and we talk about allowing people to have their magical moments, multiple magical moments, hopefully. Once I had my magical moments, my mind was open, and it was like a waterfall from then. And I never in a million years, like I grew up with auntie and uncle in Amway, and they were really badly spoken about in the family. And I never wanted to be part of like a pyramid selling thing, or even just selling to me is icky. But it was something in the back of my mind that was like, you have to do this. If you didn't know about this, there must be so many other people that don't know about it. And that is true. There was just that voice in the back of my head that was niggling at me for months and months and months. But so if you have that voice, listen to it, number one. But also, I honestly didn't believe that I could make money out of it. But money in the end has been, like, we like to talk about changing people's lives and impacting and stuff. But I think in the early days, it is definitely about making money, because for me, it was about not having to work another shift, to be home with my kids and my then like brand new little baby, to not have to, I think for lots of mums out there, once you have the baby, then there is a big time ticker above your head until you have to go back to work. And lots of people saying, when are you going back to work? When are you going back to work? So for me, it was get out of going back to work if I'm realistic, even though I did think, you know, you didn't know about this. You're not stupid. How did you not know about this with your first two children? And there must be other mums out there that don't know about this. To me, that was part of a good business model, less so about changing the world. But I think when you get down the track, it turns into not changing the world, but impacting lives. Like, it's definitely, once you have...
We've all got different reasons, don't we? You know, and that's the really cool thing about it, is there's so many different reasons, and we really are all here for different reasons. So I think it's about finding that why, and why do you want to run the doTERRA business? And that can be financially, which was definitely a big part for us as well. I mean, you're not going to sorry, I'll just find who that is and mute them. You're not going to, work for free, let's face it. So we are going to go over that during the webinar tonight as to how much money you can earn. But I think it's really cool that we get to learn along the way, just like you have, into the health benefits of it as well. And then we get to help other families, through essential oils as well.
And I think in the early, when we do a lot of talking about finding your why, because it is so important with doTERRA to have a really strong why. But don't be ashamed in the early days if that is about money.
No.
Spending more time with your kids. There's no shame in that. And it will change. So it will definitely change as you go along. So grab whatever you have at that moment and use it to, number one, start a doTERRA business, because honestly, I've grown up around businesses my whole life and run other businesses, and I've never, ever, ever thought I could make money this way. And it has been a game changer for our family, for the amount of time I can spend with my kids, which is worth more than any paycheck. If I can spend more time with my kids, I'm happy in the circus. I'll have bread and fat for dinner. But the fact that I can spend more time with my kids and buy good food from the markets and afford to, we've just, since doing Diamond Club, which I did at the beginning of the year, we did a vision board. And to me, years ago, that would have been just hippie woo-woo stuff. But as a family, we did up a vision board, and that had traveling around Australia in a caravan. And since we did that vision board up, some sort of magic overtook our family. And today, my husband and my daughter, at the beginning of the week, they drove to Melbourne and they picked up our new caravan today. So doTERRA has enabled us to have a way to do something that we've been talking about for 10 or 12 years, which is traveling Australia, and to have the money to do that. They say that you need every, sort of traveling family. We've got 3 kids, and they sort of say to budget $1,000 a week to live on the road, to travel, to not be skimping too much. And doTERRA well and truly covers that for this family now. So it enables us to travel, but also to keep running our doTERRA business while we're away, which as a radiographer, I can't take an x-ray machine with me. I can't take a CT scanner with me. I can't do my job on the road or at home. So this doTERRA is just a dream job for me. I love it. And if there was 100 hours in the day, I would definitely be doing doTERRA for the majority because I love doing it.
You get like that, don't you? Like all of a sudden it doesn't become about the money anymore because you're like, so you don't even count your hourly wage type of thing because you just love doing it so much. So how awesome is that? Jess has gone from getting doTERRA to make some bliss balls and, you know, not really knowing what to do with her essential oils to then figuring out a few aha moments, which I'm sure a lot of us have had, and gone, oh, these oils actually do something. Maybe they are okay. To, you know, hearing that voice inside your head say, you know, you really should probably sell these to people. Like maybe you can earn a little bit of money from this, and following that intuition to then, 18 months down the track, is it? Yep. Like buying a caravan, a new car, and is just about to hit the road with your 3 children traveling Australia, which is a dream you've had for the last 12 years.
Yeah. And admittedly, it is not, I don't want to give the impression that it's a get rich quick thing. It's not.
You worked really hard.
And we definitely worked really hard, but I also consider, like, we've got 3 young children. My husband works full time. I work another 2, like prior to us going around Australia, I worked 2 other jobs. You know, we could have built a lot faster. Like, I don't consider that we built really, really fast, but definitely if you can, number one, I think when you sent me that question, what's the biggest challenge? The biggest challenge is mindset for me. In the early days, if someone had said, pyramid selling or hippie smelly rubbish, I'd really take that on, and it would rattle me, and I would be quitting the doTERRA business over what one person had said. And if I didn't have different people to call on to go, hey, my brother said this to me. Hey, this person said that. Darren's mate at work said this. What do you reckon? If I didn't have people to brainstorm that with, I would have quit a long time ago. So, and I would have been the one saying, oh yeah, you know, because there are people out there that will say doTERRA doesn't work, you cannot make money from it. They're the people that their mindset got rattled. So they tried it and they couldn't keep their mindset strong. So if you do nothing else for your doTERRA business, when you start, you get a positive people around you, and it might be your husband or Joe and Tracy or myself or other leaders, so that you can pick up the phone as soon as someone says something negative to you, you can brainstorm it with someone and hear their take on things. Because now my belief in the business and the product, the way we get paid, and the absolute stellar compensation plan is so strong that I just have a force field around me. Anyone says anything and it bounces straight off. And that's where you get to a point where your doTERRA business will grow.
Yeah.
So
I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree. And you get to that over time. Your mindset will change and it will get stronger as your business grows. Or at the moment, a lot of you guys are at that point of, oh my God, I do not want to hold my first class. That mindset, that initial fear, like, oh, is this going to work? Am I going to be able to do it? Like, hands up if you're in that position. I don't know. What's my friends and family going to think? I don't know. Do I want to be involved in multi-level marketing? I'm not sure. Like, all these fears are going around your head at the moment, and it is about breaking through that, and it is about listening to your intuition, and it is about just bloody doing it, because nothing changes if nothing changes. And if you want to do it, go and grab it. And I'm really excited to start the PowerPoint presentation that I've got, because I am going to take you through what this could look like for you. And I want you to think about it as I go through the presentation, what your why is, what your goal is. What does this look like for you in, you know, when after you've held that first workshop, or after you've earned your oils for free, your monthly order for free, or then what it looks like when you don't have to worry about your kids' school fees, or, you know, like the options just keep going and going and going, and doTERRA can give you that. Or it could be going, you know, a dream of ours is next year to go to Nepal or Kenya and do a big co-impact sourcing trip. Like, there's many different things that doTERRA can give you. So it's a very cool company. So thank you so much, Jess. I really appreciate it. I really do. So thank you so much for joining us. You bloody rock. You're awesome.
I'm on mute. No worries. I could speak forever. You know that.
So could I. So look out. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the doTERRA build guide with you guys. And yeah, let's get started. We've already said enough probably. All right. So financial freedom, we've spoken about that a little bit. And what this sort of slide here goes through is a financial pipeline. Now, this scenario of this man here, he was hauling buckets for a living. His village was miles away. He would make money from his water. So he'd get a bucket, he'd go down, fill the bucket up, come back, sell the water, earn some money. And then he thought to himself, what if I build a pipeline? And I built a pipeline so then the water would just flow through. And that would be pretty cool. But in order to build that pipe, he needed to haul the buckets. So essentially, he was working 2 jobs. And I think that a lot of you here listening tonight would be working 2 jobs as well. And you're hauling buckets. You're going to be working hard. You're going to be carrying that water from, you know, the water to the village and making money as you do. And you're going to be building your financial pipeline through doTERRA as well. I've certainly been in that situation. My kids were little, I was still working, and I was building our business at the same time. And I'm not here to fluff around and tell you that running a doTERRA business is easy, because it's actually not. It's just like any other business. You can't be on $1 million income and not do the work for it. But the other really amazing thing is that it is there when you're willing to do the work for it. So this little scenario is about hauling buckets. But as I talk about in the end one here, once that pipeline was set up, that water is just flowing through. And that's what happens with doTERRA. Once your company, your business is established and you have hauled the buckets and you have done all the hard work, then this is just going to flow through. And certainly for us, we're at a point now where we can, like, I'm 36 years old and I can start to see retirement. And I can start to see that in the next 5 or 6 years, I'm going to be thinking about retirement, because doTERRA can give us that opportunity. I don't know too many other jobs where you can look at that and think, yeah, I think I can retire from this job in another 5 or 6 years' time. All right, so this is the doTERRA company. And this is the campus. I was lucky enough to visit this campus only a couple of weeks ago when I was in Utah, in Salt Lake City. It is bloody amazing. It is really cool. So
can't see your PowerPoint, Joe.
Can you see it? Oh, okay. Well, that's not very good. Would help if I hit the share screen button, wouldn't it? Now can you see it? I can't see you, so you have to speak.
Yep, can see it.
Okay, cool. Thanks, guys. I'll leave that over there. Okay, so that's going to go up in the thing there. Hold on. Let me make you little. Okay, there we go. Yes, so okay. Well, this little slide that I just spoke about that you couldn't see was this little financial pipeline. But basically, it's just a diagram. But what I said was all still really relevant. All right, so this campus here, Utah, Salt Lake City, yeah, it's bloody amazing. It's even bigger than that now, than what that photo was taking. And what they're building as well is a medical center where they're using the modern medicine that we have today, but they're incorporating essential oils into that hospital as well. So that's currently being built, and that's, yeah, pretty exciting way for the future. doTERRA essential oils are certified, pure, tested grade essential oils. They are the most pure essential oils in the world. And I can say that with hand on heart. I'm not just saying it because I'm involved in this company and that I run this business. I'm saying it because I absolutely believe it. The testing is there, the facilities are there, the research is there, all the information you can find from source2you.com, and you can also find it on independent websites as well, which I'm more than happy to give you. But they are really the most purest essential oils in the world. I'm really proud to be a part of this business. doTERRA's growth. So we are the biggest essential oil company in the world. And these beautiful founders down the bottom here, we've been lucky enough to meet 3 of them now. And they are genuine people. I couldn't meet more down-to-earth, genuine people. They are about helping the world. Their motto is essential oils in every home. They are doing the most incredible humanitarian work all throughout the world, which you can, again, learn more at Source to You. You can learn more on the doTERRA blog as well. And, just YouTube, Co-Impact Sourcing doTERRA, and you'll come up with a heap of videos where you can watch really amazing things that they're doing throughout the world. So it's a really, really amazing company. Success is simple, and there's not a lot of science behind building your doTERRA business. It really is this pipes scenario here, and it really is about preparing, but not spending too much time preparing. But you need to use your essential oils. You need to get your essential oils. You need to be in that mindset as well of running a doTERRA business. You just need to invite people, present the essential oils to people, enroll the people, and then support the people. And just do that. That's really it. Your knowledge will deepen as you go, and you don't need to know everything that you think you need to know right now. You really just need to understand a couple of essential oils, and you just need to speak really passionate about them to people in your world, and then you just need to enroll them and then support them from there. There's not, we get asked all the time about, surely that can't just be it. And it really is it. We still do it now while we're reaching for Presidential Diamond. We're still preparing. We're just inviting and presenting and enrolling and then supporting them. And it's just a constant process of doing that. And there's lots and lots and lots of training that you will get as you go through your doTERRA business. And as we said before, your mind will grow, your thoughts around it all will grow, and you'll just learn along the way. Nobody's perfect at the start, in the middle, or at the end. We're all on a journey. We're all learning. So this is the cool slide where I get to show you how much money you can earn. And the thing I love about doTERRA is nothing is a secret. They haven't had to hide anything. They have not had to hide their testing of their oils. The results of those tests are all online for you all to see. The income statements are all online. Everything is online. Nothing is hidden. And I love that. There is no secrets behind doTERRA. There's quite a few different ways that you can earn money through doTERRA. I'm not going to go into them all now because that will just blow your mind. You will be totally confused and you're like, what? You said fast start, you said uni level, and then power of 3 and retail and what? So I just want you to know that they pay fairly, over fairly, I reckon. And you will learn this as you go. So in order to run your doTERRA business, you do need to do a 100-point volume order every month. And I call that your overhead of running a doTERRA business. It's about $130 a month. And I don't know any business you can run with an overhead of about $130 a month. And in return for that 100 points, you get the product you buy. So it's a pretty good, sweet deal. So in order to pay for that order and have that order covered, you will need to be around elite rank. So it's you'll have a bit of cash there. So elite, you'll pay for your order, plus you'll have a little bit of cash to spend as well. But really, that elite rank, you're going to be reinvesting that back into your business. You're probably going to be doing some training with that money. You might buy some books with that money. You might buy more oils. You'll buy more product to use. You're still really investing in your business around that stage, and you are still holding the buckets. You're working your other job. You're working your doTERRA. You are, you're still trying to figure it all out. Premier rank is when you start to see a little bit of cash coming in. So Premier, you need 2 executives under you, which doesn't matter if that does not make sense. Don't worry about it at the moment. But this is US dollars. So, you're going to be earning probably around 700 Australian dollars per month at the rank of Premier. And when you get up to silver, gold, and platinum levels, this is when you start to get in the leadership pools. So silver is around about 1,500 Australian dollars a month. Gold is around about 3,500-ish Australian dollars per month. And gold is the rank where you start to seriously believe in yourself. You know, when you're elite and premier, you're still figuring a lot of it out. You don't have the mindset quite yet of being a leader, or going to that next sort of step of your business. But once you get to silver and gold, and definitely gold, everything changes. And I don't know if Jess is still watching, but I'm sure she can probably agree with me that when you're gold leading into platinum, your mindset shifts again. And then platinum is around about, so gold is around about a full-time income of around sort of $50,000 a year. Platinum's around $100,000 a year. And then when you get to diamond, blue diamond, and presidential diamond, they are the leadership ranks. So diamond is around about $150,000 to $200,000 per year. Blue diamond's around sort of $350,000 to $400,000 a year. And presidential diamond, you can earn up to, $1 million, if not a little bit more sometimes, depending on how big your team and your volume is. And I would look at these numbers when I first started doTERRA, and I just thought, no way. Like, that is not even possible. And I can tell you now it is. To get to diamond, you need 4 of these silvers underneath of you. You get those 4 silvers under you and you're diamond. Now, you don't build all of that. You get people that want to do this business opportunity with you, and you mentor them, you partnership with them, and you build this business together with people. It's the best feeling in the world to be able to mentor and work with people that are in the same boat as you, that are in that same mindset as you, that are out there doing exactly what you love to do as well. And it's amazing how everyone is so supported in doTERRA, in the doTERRA organization. I don't know how a lot of other multi-level marketing companies work because I've never been involved in them. But doTERRA, team, total team effort. It is not one line, it is a team. And anybody can reach presidential diamond. Anybody can reach presidential diamond. When I started business, I was just like everybody else. I had 0 Facebook likers. I didn't even know what Instagram was. I didn't know what multi-level marketing was. I didn't know anyone or anything or nothing about additive-free living. And I figured it out along the way. doTERRA came into my life. I figured that out along the way. And I was no different to everybody watching this call. Just a person with no special, nothing handed over to me. I just was like everybody else, and everybody can do it. I'm actually not going to go through that. All right, so this is kind of how you can earn your income over your team and over your trees and over your levels as you go down. But you learn this along the way, so don't worry about this slide. All right, this slide, I want you to think about your why, your why do you want to do this? Why do you want to create this income? What would that look like for you? How would this make an impact on your life? Really, I want you to really have a think about that. I want you to sit back for a minute and think, if I was on $200,000 a year and I could get there in the next, depending on how hard you want to work, but, if I could get there in 2 years' time, what would that look like? Would that mean that you would have more time? Like, what's some of these? Like, go through this little list and have a think about what stands out for you. What do you love doing? Something that I never realized until very recently when I was doing a training session, if I'm honest, is I was talking to my team about creating or thinking about their why they're in doTERRA. And someone said to me, what if you don't have a why? And I said, well, I'm pretty sure that all of us have a why. And then I said, maybe that's not true. And then I said, maybe, before I realized what I wanted to do, maybe I didn't have legit reasons as to why I needed this money. And then I thought about it, and my whole life I've wanted to travel, but I've never had the money to travel. I always wanted to do the Europe thing when I was younger and go over there for a couple of years, and I never did that because I didn't have the money. I made all these excuses around why I couldn't do it, but really I probably could have worked hard enough to do it. But anyway, I made all these excuses about why I couldn't do it. And doTERRA has allowed me to travel. I didn't put these connections together until very recently. And so far, just thanks to doTERRA, we have been to Fiji and we have been to Uluru. I went to America only a couple of weeks ago. I'm about to go to Hawaii in January. I'm about to go to Vietnam in February. And as I said, we're really hoping to go to Nepal or Kenya next year as well, probably in around April or May. And doTERRA has allowed us to do this. So my dream of always being able to travel is now coming true. But you come up with your dream and what you want. So this is a rough estimate as to what you can earn in how many hours that you have and how much work you're willing to put in. Really, people say, well, how long is it going to take me to get to gold? Or how long is it going to take me to get to diamond? And I always reply with, well, how hard do you want to work? Because there is no race in doTERRA. There is no expectation from myself or Tracy or your upline. There isn't. Okay, this business is about you. And if your goal is to just earn enough money so you get your essential oils for free, awesome. If your goal is to earn 30 grand a year because you just want to quit your job, great. Let's get you to gold or platinum. But if your dream is to have a retirement off this business, awesome. Let's get you to blue diamond, presidential diamond. And that race is yours, nobody else's. So if we look at this little sort of, I guess, rough estimate here, if you can put in between 3 to 5 hours a week and you can personally enroll a few people a month, so let's say you're personally enrolling about 3 people a month, then this is estimating that you'll get to elite in between 2 to 3 months. I actually think that's probably more like, I would say 6 months, if I'm being really honest. If you're enrolling 2 people a month, you're probably going to get to elite, in around 6 months if you've got no builders underneath you. But if you're willing to put in a little bit more time, 10, 15 hours a week, and you enroll 4 people a month and 1 builder, then you will definitely get to elite in a couple of months. So when I say enroll a builder underneath you, that's someone just like you right now. Someone that is thinking about doing this as a business, thinking about the opportunity, wondering if it's for them. You enroll them and you inspire them to become a builder. And then if you're willing to pop in, you know, 15 to 30 hours a week, then, and you can enroll around 8 people a month and 2 builders, then you would definitely get to a lead in your first month. And you would probably get to silver in that, you know, couple of 2 to 3 months as well. I'm probably going to say that's maybe more like 4 months maybe, but it gives you a rough idea as to how quick you can reach your goals depending on how much work you want to put into it. So 3 steps to launch your business. You need to, there's some other guides that you can go through with doTERRA, and I am going to be running some more webinars as well. I am going to be running a webinar on the share guide, and I'm going to be running a webinar on the launch guide. But these guides are available on doTERRA.com.au, and you go to the Empowered Success tab and you can download them for free. So they're wonderful. They walk you through step by step on what to do. But the purpose of this webinar was to tell you, you know, more about the doTERRA company and how much money you can earn and what you need to put into it. But when you're ready to go to that next level and actually fully launch your business, then that's when we go through those guides with you. So I am going to open it up to a Q&A, and I'm going to see with you guys what questions you have and what else you want to cover. And we'll go from there, because as I said, this wasn't an how-to webinar, how to run your business. It's a webinar for people thinking about running doTERRA. I'm more than happy to do a Q&A with you. The other thing that I do want to share with you guys is I would really love it for you to go to YouTube and search what I said before, which was co-impact sourcing doTERRA. So co-impact sourcing doTERRA. And I want you to actually understand what kind of company that you can get involved with, and then make a decision whether this is the company for you or not. So it doesn't seem like we have any questions. So I'm really thankful that you're here. I'm really thankful that you're open to the opportunity of running a doTERRA business. And let's dive into the share guide and then the launch guide in some upcoming webinars. And if you're watching the replay, then the replay for those will be available once they've been recorded. And yeah, we'll get you started on your doTERRA business. So, all right, let's do it. And thank you so much for being here with me tonight. I really appreciate your time. And I look forward to seeing what you guys are going to do in the future, and yeah, whether you're going to say yes to this opportunity or not. So thank you so much for being with us. See you guys. Bye. See you, everyone.